Doing a survey is something that people think is quite easy to do, but really a survey is a serious undertaking and you really only have one chance to do it right. If you're serious about doing a survey, is set up some kind of a steering committee or a person to coordinate it. You need to plan things. You need to make sure that you don't do the survey close to a vacation time because people will be away. You need to give yourself a few weeks. You need to get endorsements. You need to get the union on side, the health and safety committee, if there's a labor relations committee. Also, you have to think about the employer. Will the employer be involved? Is the employer going to allow you to do it in the workplace? You have to talk to everybody and get their emails and make up a list so you can contact them if you're going to do it by email. You also have to think whether you want to do it on paper or by email. And if you do a paper version, somebody has to enter it. You need to make sure it's confidential. You have to train people, etc. So it's a lot of work to do a survey. Everybody who works in the workplace should be included in the survey. You have to decide whether or not the management will be involved or not. That's something that has to be decided. You want everyone in a department or in a unit to participate. You don't want it too big because what happens is one department may have an issue and another department may not, and it will dilute the results if you mix them together. So you want them distinct. But you don't want them too small because if you have less than 10 to 15 people, it's hard to do any statistics on those kind of results. One of the issues you have to decide is whether you want to lump departments or units together or keep them separate. And one of the things to think about when you're trying to decide that question is whether the units form a natural group. One of the issues is just how representative your results will be. We tell people to shoot for 80% because if you got 80%, you're pretty confident that you're representative of the whole group. If you can only get 50 to 60% of the people to respond to your survey, that's an indication that either you didn't put enough effort in getting it out there and making sure people know about it and getting buy-in, or people are not engaged with you, and that's a serious problem if you're trying to assess the stress in the workplace and people aren't engaged. If you only have half the people or less, then you're not representative of the whole group. So you first get endorsements from influential people like the employer, the union, the health and safety committee, or anyone else that is important to the unit that you're surveying. And about a week beforehand, you let people know that you're going to do the survey and you show these endorsements. On the date you're going to do the survey, you put out some kind of a splash. You want lots of attention, people know about it so they can do it then. And in a week or two you send out a reminder, and then you set a date when you wind everything up and say, after this date we're going to close the survey, we're going to start crunching the results, so please get it in before then if you want to be part of this, and thanks very much for your help. OPSEU has developed a survey coordinator package that will help coordinators in the workplace, and it has things like suggested language so that when you send out your reminders, we have some language that you can use for that. We also have a timeline so you know when to do things and at what time you should send out the replies, how long the survey should last. The package also has sample endorsement letters, so the people who want to endorse your survey can look at that and see if they can fit that into their statements. So this package was put together to help survey coordinators in the workplace so they can organize their time and efficiently administer the questionnaire so we get the best results possible.